Hi Virgo, happy early birthday to those of you celebrating August, and welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your August 2022 love reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have from us, it's what I call the bridge and gap spread. And the way it works is we'll look at the past energies, present energies, and future energies between you and your main love interests. Once we get through all that, we'll actually pull some oracle cards with some additional insights after the bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Cosmic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as the energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Prince of Staves. So this is Sagittarius energy here, and this could just be saying that you guys might have had a bit of a light and playful energy toward a connection with this person. You know, not that you were necessarily looking to build it into anything serious, but I feel like this is just saying that you were having a little bit of fun with them at the time. There was a lot of passion. You're probably drawn to them quite a bit as well. Probably a lot of attraction for sure, but yeah. And for some of you, might have lived at a distance from this person as well. Alright, past energy on their side, we have the Princess of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So this is the equivalent of the Page of Swords. And if we look at the facial expression there, they definitely look like a little bit harsh, right? Basically, for lack of a better way of saying it, like very stern looking face. But yeah, it could just be saying that they might have given you a bit of a cold and detached vibe, but I feel like it's saying that underneath the surface they had a lot going on, right? So they were probably feeling a little bit overwhelmed in the past, so they might have just given off that energy because they just had a lot going on behind the scenes that you may not have been aware of. So definitely a big contrast in the energies for sure. All right, the present energy on your side, we have Fortune, which is Jupiter energy, and the Ace of Arrows. So yeah, seeing these two cards come out could just be saying that you guys might have some sudden insight. Could even be around that Leo new moon we're about to have, just because it's going to make an aspect with Jupiter. But yeah, I could just be saying that you guys might get a sudden insight around the situation with this person. Possibly you might hear a song that makes you think of them, or might even get some kind of a vision in your dreams around this person. Possibly even just seeing synchronicities as you're out and about doing things that might remind you of this person. But yeah, it looks like there's some kind of sign you guys might get to reach out to this person. All right, present position on their side, we have the Lovers. So a lot more of an open energy compared to the past for sure, right? So could just be saying whatever they were going through in the past, they might be past that now, and now they might be more open to putting energy toward this connection. All right, and future energy on your side, we have the Eight of Staves. So this is Sagittarius energy again here. So yeah, this could be another indicator that for some of you there could just be physical distance between the two of you, if nothing else. But with those birds, that makes me think of messaging through the airwaves, right? So whether that be through text or whatever social media app of the day, right? Whatever you're using. But yeah, it looks like there could be a lot of communication that you're sending their way in the future. All right, and future energy on their side, we have the Eight of Pentacles, Virgo energy. Prince of Pentacles, which is normally Virgo energy, but in this deck it's actually Taurus. And the Seven of Swords, Aquarius energy. So yeah, with these energies here, it's interesting because to me the Eight of Pentacles represents that desire to build something a bit more stable. Prince of Pentacles is usually on that same page as well. They're just a bit more slow moving than normal. And then with that Seven of Swords, that's kind of what stands out, right, as the contrast there. So could just be saying that this person might still have some unresolved issues that they're not necessarily being too open about, because like we mentioned there with the Ten of Swords in the past, looked like there was something that they had going on behind the scenes, but they weren't necessarily forthright with that information, right? And this could be the similar theme there. Now, if that's the case, the positive, I guess you could say, is that it went from the 10 to the 7, right? So there's they're working through those things. But yeah, that's primarily what I feel there. So they could just be on the one hand trying to put energy toward this connection, but it seems like they still have some things that they're working through that they're not necessarily being forthright about. I don't think that it's them being deceptive in a way toward you necessarily, just more of they're not um, explaining what kind of issues they're dealing with. So I don't feel like, for example, it would be like them cheating or something like that. It's just more of there's something they're working on that they're not necessarily um, letting you know about. All right. Bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Two of Staves. So yeah, this represents, it's an Aries energy for one, but it represents a desire to take action. And of course, just looking at the imagery here, this could be yet another indicator that for some of you there could be physical distance for sure. Not for all of you, of course, but it seems to be a theme there. And the bottom of the deck on their side, we have the King of Pentacles. So in most decks, this is actually a Taurus energy, and then this particular deck, it's actually Capricorn. But either way, it could just be saying that they might have a lot of focus on their finances, but also that they can represent a lot of stability and bring a lot of stability to a connection. But it just might be that they're a bit slow getting there, right? With all these earth energies that we're seeing. So that's what I see with that, which, on paper should work fine for you because you guys are earth energy. So interesting to think of it that way too. For some of you, you might resonate more with the energy on the right, and this could be the other person for all I know. But yeah, because I'm like, well, normally you think that'd work well, but it seems to be a shift in the contrasting energies for sure between the two of you. All right. So moving on to your oracle cards. First, we'll see what we get from the Moonlight deck here. I did pre-shuffle this deck before we started recording, and I'm looking for unspoken messages from you to them first, and then from them to you. And I'll be looking for jumpers initially, but if I don't get anything after I shuffle for a while, I'll just put the deck down and pull cards that way. So we'll see what we get. Alright, and that doesn't want to go back in the deck. And we'll see what we get. Oh, and that one actually. And we'll see what we get from them to you now. Almost have one there. Alright, so nothing's coming up on their side, so what I'll do is I'll put the deck down, and just give me a few seconds to tune in and we'll just pull a card. Alright, we'll take this one, and let me move this out of the way. Alright, so yeah, let's see what we got. Okay, we have intensity. It says, the feelings I have for you overwhelm me, so I run away to process them. Interesting, because I was mentioning with that Sagittarius energy, that maybe you had a bit more of a light and playful energy toward the connection. I did mention intensity of the attraction, but I didn't necessarily feel like overall it would have been something that would have struck you in that way. But yeah, I mean, if we look at his body language, he's looking away, right? So for some of you, that could be what it is, right? That maybe the intensity of the attraction, well, if we could get to focus, there we go. The intensity of the attraction might have actually led to you moving away from it. And then we have within a few months. So that was the other card that seemed to not want to go back in the deck. But yeah, pretty vague, right? Yeah, those cards are always weird to me. It's like within a few months. So that could be tomorrow or it could be 89 days from now. But hopefully those resonate with you. And then on their side, we have a letter. It says, I will be writing you a message. All right, well, timing wise, at the very least, it does look like they had a lot on their mind in the past, that's for sure. But timing wise, maybe that would be in the present with the Lover's energy. I mean, these cards here don't necessarily point to communication flat out. So yeah, I mean, maybe you guys will just be, because I mentioned for sure, it seems like on your side, there's going to be these synchronicities that are just kind of drawing you toward reaching out to them. So you guys just might find that at the same time you're both thinking of each other or something along those lines there. But hopefully that resonated. All right, and lastly, we'll pull a card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, and same situation as far as I pre-shuffle this deck as well. Here I'm just looking for one card with general advice to wrap the reading up with them. All right, almost have them there. And there we go. That doesn't want to go back, so let's see what you got. Okay, we have a leg up. There we go. There's the artwork, and the number is 34. So let's see what that has to say. Okay, the relationship message says relationships that are healthy thrive on interdependence. It's important to recognize that you need others as much as they need you. You must allow people to support you just as you are there for them. This is the time to be vulnerable, to speak up about your needs, and to ask for them to be fulfilled. Trust. You will be met with kindness and love. Don't expect others to read your mind, though. Ask and it is given. So yeah, definitely an interesting message there. I will say that might even resonate more for those of you if you did feel like it was your energy on the right side. Just because we did see, like I said, with that Ten of Swords and the Seven of Swords, I got more of an energy that they're dealing with something that they're just not telling you about, or you know what I mean. If it's you, then you're not telling them. You get what I'm saying. But yeah, hopefully that resonated with you guys. Once again, happy early birthday to those of you celebrating August, and I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.